Hello YouTube, this is Bess with another raid video. And this video is going to be about a very nice initiative, a very nice idea that Plarium came up with. And it's going to be a challenge among the content creators that are in the program. And the goal of this challenge will be basically killing Fire Knight 25 with using only female champs and featuring Ronda in the team. So the rules are pretty straightforward. We need to pick only champions from our roster. Obviously, it's pointless to use someone else's account or champions. And the team has to contain female champions only, no dupes. So we can't use copies of the same champ. Ronda should be in the team. The faction of the champions doesn't matter. So we can pick from whatever faction. We can discuss the pick strategies. And I'm going to explain my team, of course, in a minute. Gear stats, etc. And so it can also be useful material for the audience. I hope this video will be useful to someone. Most likely some of the concepts and the strategies that you will be hearing from me are by now public domain, but those guys or ladies that land in this channel and don't really know Fire Knight 25 mechanics, I hope they find some useful info. Be the fastest to beat the Fire Knight 25. If you are unsatisfied with the result, you can change the champion, but remember the team should consist of female champions only, or gear only 3 times. So we have like 3 attempts. Obviously, I'm not gonna cut the video of starting from when I pick the first team, and between the 3 different attempts, the video will be continuous. That's what I mean. You can't use a test server for that purpose. So if I was a content creator that had access to that server, I can't use that. We are on the production server. I will show it later. You should upload your video to Unlisted, and that's what we're going to do in a minute. And we will know the winner by February 17th. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me explain my team real quick. Obviously, this is Ronda, who has to be in the team, and she is geared for arena. I did not change her build. I did not change her masteries. Probably I would have been a better idea to pick Giant Slayer or Masters, but I just figured it wasn't worth the gems to change back and forth, because I still use her in Arena. Believe it or not, she's a very, very nice and viable single target nuker for high-end Arena, even for Platinum. And as you can see, the gear is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's crazy extreme. 8k attack, 176 speed, 100 crit rate, 242 crit damage, not very high, but it is Savage Cruel, so the combination of the ignore defense is the best for Arena. The rest of the team will be basically will consist in Lydia, who will bring some defense down weekend, and with her A2, some buffs with the shield set, and also with her A2, strengthen and increase speed. And because as you will see later, she will be paired with the Seer for the waves to clear the waves faster. And she also has a blue shield accessory to give her 1 more buff, so Seer's damage is going to benefit from that, hopefully. That's how her masteries look like. It's PvP masteries. I used to run her in Arena a lot. Now I don't run her anymore, so I could probably change these masters and go maybe War Master for some additional damage. But I'm not gonna change just for this challenge. So far she has been running those, and maybe in the future I will change. The next champion that will be in the team is going to be Seer, obviously. And Seer, we all know her, insane damage, crazy damage for the waves. She scales off buffs and max HP, max enemy HP. So that's her gear, Savage, and the broken set, and the stats are basically 202 speed, a bit overkill on crit rate, 308 crit damage. I don't know how I ended up having 112, to be honest. Maybe her gear needs a little bit of refreshing, but probably this. I hit some crit rate awakening in the gloves, and I've never looked to change that ever since. Next champion is going to be Allure, and we know what she brings for Fire Knight. In case you didn't know, she brings triple hit on her A1, and she brings also turn meter decrease, still with her A1, which is super important to control Fire Knight, the boss turn meter, and not let him take a turn. She's quite fast, 282, not a lot of crit damage. Her accuracy is 346. This level of accuracy is important more for Doom Tower hard. You can do Fire Knight, I guess, with just 250 is what you need. And her masteries are basically the following, with Giant Slayer being tier 6. Now, quickly, let's go to the next. That's going to be Renegade. Renegade is going to help us reset Seer's nuke between wave 1 and 2 and save some time to clear the 2 waves. So her gear is Reflex. Sorry. Yeah, that's correct. Her gear is Reflex set and the Broken set. And I mean, the benefit of Reflex is on the boss. If she procs the refresh, she will enable Seer to use her max HP skill one more time, few more times, depends on the procs, and that will hopefully save us some time. But it's a lot RNG, and it's not super reliable for the purpose of this challenge, so I'm not really counting much on it. And her masteries are the following. She has War Master, and the accuracy tree all on the right here with some turn meter coming from the debuffs, the Lure of Steel, Evil Eye. Evil Eye is very important, guys, on your champions that use accuracy to control boss's turn meter. Even if you have an Allure, I recommend always picking an Evil Eye, because this may save you some failed runs and give you some more consistency. Now, her gear, I try to build her with a little bit of damage, but obviously her purpose is not there to be the main nuker. It's just that she may contribute a bit, so why not? Accuracy is 266, right above the threshold of 250 that I recommend for Dungeons 25 again. And that was a team, so let's go and see how do they perform. So from now on, I will try to not cut the video, even if I can't spell words or if I say cringe things. So forgive me if the rest of the video will be not as as good as the first part. So let's start our first run. As you may see, my best time is 1:02, 1 minute 2 seconds with my main team, and the team that we're going to use is Ronda lead, just because we have no other leads that are suitable. Seer, Lydia, and Allure, and Renegade. Their presets is important, because what we want is Seer to clear wave 1, then wait for her reset, and then clear wave 2. So Lydia has to buff and then avoid using this again in case we don't kill the wave 1 with 1 hit, so she doesn't waste this one again and can save it for the second run. It's not really important because Renegade will still enable it again, but this is my presets. Sorry, Ronda is not important. It's actually pointless. It's only important on the boss to block her A3 because it's only a double hit. The other two are triple hits. And Lydia, like I said, you may start on boss with A3, so she does an extra hit. It's 2 hits. It's her only skill that has 2 hits, just to take the shield down quicker. Seer, I recommend not using A2 on the boss, just because she won't do anything with this. She will just skip 1 hit, and that hit may be important. Allure, we block A2 and A3 on the boss. We just want to do A1 with Allure and keep the turn meter under control. Renegade, no, nothing important on the boss, but Renegade is very important on the waves. Wave 1, we avoid... I mean, she will go last anyway, so we can use the reset, but we don't want to use her decreased speed because we want to save this for the boss. And the same on wave 2, we don't want to use her decreased speed, triple hit, because we want this to be ready for the boss. It's super important to have that one. And I'm going to have super raids enabled because there is an event that allows us to farm with super rage, which is good. Let's see our first run. Let's cross our fingers. All right, so wave 1, so far so good. We did not get any resisted on the Seer's decreased defense and weaken. So we have the reset, Ronda A2. Ronda is basically slowing down the run a little bit here on the waves. So not bring in much for the wave clear. She can bring some helpful multi-hitting to take the shield down on the boss. Yeah, there we go. She joined the Seer A1 with her passive. And yeah, so far, let's see if we can get below 130. I think that's my goal, to get around 130 with this team. But the extra hits from Ronda with the slow animations are slowing down a bit our run. Again, not very important if you are just looking to farm 25, but for the purpose of this challenge, unfortunately, she's not helping us very much with that passive. Because more A1 hits means just more animations, so more time, and her damage is not really as contributing as Allures, as Seers one, for instance. So we're at 117. We have still a good chunk to go. And yeah, looks like we're going to be below 130 maybe. Or maybe not. Right above 130. Yeah, it's going to be 133 for our first run. We're going to sell these because we don't need. Our account is too far advanced to keep those rare stuff. And that's going to be our run number 2. I'm not going to change anything in the gear or the setup, just because I think I'm using the best of my gear. I mean, the other 4 champions are in my main team that does 1 minute. So they are quite min-maxed for this dungeon. It's just Ronda that is not built for this. So yeah. See our second run if you are luckier. Maybe. Hopefully. What we want is Lydia to land that A2 as soon as possible, so Ronda can start doing some damage with her skills. Otherwise, yeah, without defense down. And we got resisted on the weekend, which is really bad. So this run is not going to be anywhere faster, anywhere closer to the previous one. Probably gonna be closer to the 2 minutes than 1 minute. Because we don't have weekend. We got 3% resisted on Lydia's weekend. There we go. Now we got a weekend, but it's a bit too late. We're sitting at 115 with almost half of the bar yet to go. Yeah, it looks like 140 plus minimum. Those Giant Slayer procs on Allure are very, very good. Wish you could get more of those. Yeah, that's 100k plus. Ooh. Lovely. All right, we got something to check. 5-star. You may want to keep those, but I don't need. Our last run. Let's see. Let's hope RNGesus blesses us with some good procs and no resisted things. Problem with this team, I guess it's Lydia having slow animations. It takes really forever for Lydia to do anything, so this slows down the overall runtime. But yeah, keywords on Fire Giant, in case you are new to the game or you are not end game, is multi-hitters, preferably on A1. You want big damage dealers, AoE damage dealers for the waves, preferably Seer. Or like poison explosion strategy is another way of doing it. But you want someone that can take down the waves fast. And for the boss, you want turn meter control, multi-hits, and obviously damage. But that's about it. This run looks a little bit better than the previous one. I don't know if this is going to be anywhere faster than 130, but yeah. Maybe with some procs from Allure that is not happening. I didn't see a Giant Slayer on the previous hit. Yeah, it's going to be another 130 run. So I guess we're going to have to take that one. So far, our first was the first. Our best time was the first, right? 133. This is going to be a little bit slower. 135. So our best time was the first run with 133. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun to to feature Ronda in the team and see that she can still help in the boss with the multi hits. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you building a team with Ronda if you are not as end game as I am. But otherwise, she doesn't bring much for the dungeon, for the Fire Knight itself. Like end game, she only brings that raw damage, and there is a lot better options than that. But if you are like early mid game, her multi hits on A1 and A2 are super good for Fire Knight. So yeah, I hope the video was useful and I had a lot of fun. And thanks again to Plarium for coming up with this idea, with this challenge. And I hope my colleagues, content creators, also had fun with it. And we'll go watch the other videos. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also go watch the other videos from other content creators that will be tagged with the challenge tag. All right. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you on Twitch or on my next video here on YouTube. Peace.